These work acoustically, so in a boardroom they help break up parallel reflection, so they stop that kind of high buzzy sound that you get. The other side of it is obviously the wellness side we get with wool. It helps to control humidity levels inside a space, but it also helps to control temperature. We have a relationship with NZ Merino. They helped us develop the product, they helped us select fibres, and they now supply the fibres. It's made out of strong wool, it's got a thicker micron. We can trace all our wool, where it comes from, we know exactly the farm, when it was shorn. They have a very good animal welfare policy and making sure that they're being sustainable and thinking in future, and then there's a social responsibility and it's all certified. We then get it scoured and then it's needle punched by Terralana down in Christchurch. It then comes up here and then locally we get a mould and we heat the product, and it's then pressed between a male and a female mould to give you the shapes we're seeing behind us. We have the one with the natural look, which has got a whole lot of vegetable matter in it. So that gives you that real textured look and that real natural look. There's two others. We've got a white wool and then we've got the grey wool as well. Everything's got an acoustic quality, and what we measure is the amount of sound that is reflected back into a space when sound hits something. 65% of the sound energy that hits the surface isn't reflected back into the space. I call it the invisible part of architecture because you can't photograph acoustics. It's really obvious when it's bad and it's not obvious when it's good. You can't really cheat science. There's a certain number of panels that you need for a size of space, and then experience comes into it where the best placement is. When we talk about non-structural seismic, we're talking about the suspended ceiling. So not the structural ceiling, but that thing that runs below, which has often got acoustic panels, your lighting, your sprinklers. We've got a whole lot of weight in one plane and it's all just hanging. So if you get an earthquake, there's an acceleration, so force put on that plane. So it's going to move. And so we restrain it with bracing and try and stop it moving as much, but we still have to allow movement around everything else. The shorter ones, they sit lower, and so they basically go through the head track, and then the taller ones sit on top of the head track. So the head track is on top of a wall. So for instance there, it's the point at which the wall stops. The cable tie gives you point neutral, and that's then cut once it's installed. And then what happens with this pink bracket here is that allows studs to come in at 45-degree angles. That creates a triangulated truss, so that's really strong and that will hold this point in place. It basically triangulates this so that your wall can't fall over. We're donating a portion of the proceeds of every bracket to the New Zealand Breast Cancer Foundation, and running a bit of a cheeky campaign with what you can't see might kill you. So just highlighting the things that you're not aware of but that are vitally important.